So this is me reacting to this viral video where these two police officers are demanding money from Ichibut and got them sacked. Just watch in case you haven't seen it.
Hello?
How is everything?
Everything is fine.
From where?
Netherlands.
Eh?
Netherlands.
Now you dey come?
Now you they come.
Eh? Oh, receiving radio. Where they go?
Abuja.
Abuja?
See.
Now the lady riding the bike is called Ichibut. She's a YouTuber and she's from Dutch and she travels around the world with her bike, capturing the landmarks and showing the culture basically through her ride. So in this particular ride, she was driving from southwestern part of Nigeria when she got stopped by these policemen who are now trying to have a chat with her and also ask her money.
How's family?
Good.
Family is good.
Family is good.
This water.
Bring me money. Wait till you break up.
Huh?
Wait till you break up.
Wait till you break up. That's what did you bring?
Wait till you won't
That's
give me.
like a pidgin. That's pidgin language.
Wait till now. Wait till you won't give me. Oh, yeah, give me something. Oh, yeah, give me something now. Give me something.
You give me something.
Yeah. Give me money. Money. Money.
Money. Why?
Give me.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, bye-bye.
So these have somehow become like a norm where as you travel around Nigeria, you actually get stopped by, policemen or military men or security people, and then they ask you for money. Now for these guys, they actually were asking in a more friendly way and, joking about it and all of that, even though they are not supposed to do that because that is against their code of conduct. And that actually led to them being dismissed from service. However, there are even other ones that make it like it's a right for you to give them money by force, like you see in this other video. In this video now,
I just said no. If you ask me how much you collect, my former commander said if you want collect money, collect the one way me I go fit give am small if the case boss. Not the one way me I go chop. He said collect better money, he go follow me chop am and he go defend me. So not be all this change where they give me and they collect change. How much they there? How much they there? Talk her out now.
That's what we do for.
Talk her, if you know it, I will tell you. I'm a customer and my market be this. Yeah. Now here they sell. I no go help you. Not direct to. Tinubu they pay salary.
No pay salary.
Somebody they pay salary.
What I said is wrong.
Why did they pay salary? All this one they do for president. They pay wrong. Money for road.
see how the man is insisting that it's his market, it's his business place.
Recall that on 25th July 2022.
Now, in this incident, both of these videos that I played for you, the security officers actually were dismissed from work, so they lost their job, and that's because they were recorded. But it's also pathetic that as you travel around Nigeria, for those of us who travel a lot, you find that there are so many roadblocks, especially when you travel towards the southern part of those country. There's so many roadblocks. I've talked about this before. Unlike when you travel to the northern part of the country, you don't have lots of these roadblocks. So as you travel around the southern part of the country, you have a lot of these roadblocks by security, personnel, different security personnel, not just the police, the military, vigilante, all kinds, even uniforms that you don't even recognize. There's so many of them on the road. And it's pathetic that you also find this issue of them, asking money from commercial drivers. In fact, so many of them is already like a norm. So the commercial drivers, they know as once they get there, they have to drop or they have to park their car, go and settle, and then continue, something like that. Like in this case, it's recorded, and of course they have to lose their job. But unfortunately, in many cases, it is not recorded, and it's even difficult to record. Of course, you can just start recording if you don't want to be beaten and all of that. But it's also very important to state at this point that this is also not a representation of the Nigerian police or our security personnel, because personally and professionally I have had the privilege of working with many of them because of my work. All right, so I can attest that many of them are very honest and very professional in their job. Unfortunately, many of them, some of them also are not. Okay, so like you have in every profession in every country, you have the good ones, you have the bad ones. But I think that the authorities also need to do more to make sure that these things are checkmate even more often, and not just until there's a recorded video like this that goes viral by a foreigner and then the people get punished. It shouldn't be that way. Okay, there should be measures to make sure that things like this don't happen over and over again. And one of those measures is also to make sure that the security people who do these great jobs in our road, protecting people and all of that, are well paid. Their welfare packages are increased, they are well paid, their family are well taken care of. And so that way, to be a motivation for them not to be looking for, handouts from people or commercial drivers on the way. It shouldn't be. And also, one thing I noticed as someone who have traveled across this country is that, like I said, when you move to the southern part of the country, that's when you find a lot of this. But when you move to the northern part of the country, you really don't find this. And many a times, as we travel in the north, you just pass. They don't even block you. The security people just greet you and then they pass. But it's also surprising when you move to the south, it's not that way. They actually will stop you and then, ask for money, especially if you're a commercial driver. So that is the difference I noticed between these two. I just hope that, someone said to me jokingly that when they move the ones from the north to the south, they also begin to do that. But when you move them back to the north, they don't do that. I don't know why that happens, but that should not happen. But like I said, it is important that the welfare of these police officers as well as the general military force are actually increased so that things like this don't keep happening and defacing the beautiful and respected profession like the police force or the other security agencies that we have. But something I really want to talk about, which is also very embarrassing and should be looked into really by those who have the authority to look into, is that as you travel into this country, as you come into Nigeria or you're going outside Nigeria, you also find most people who man the immigration post asking you for money. I don't know those of you who have traveled who have experienced it, but I have experienced it several times. I have traveled and it's very pathetic. Of course, for me, I just laugh over it and joke with them and just pass. But I find that many of them do this, and of course they do this in the stylish way, just like you saw these guys do and then ended up losing their job. It's like, Oga, give us something, nothing for us today. Just begging. They say corporate begging. This is not really right. I mean, as a Nigerian, I will understand that, but as a foreigner coming into the country for the first time, that will not be a good image for our country. So I also hope that those who work at the airport, especially those who work at the airport, don't really do that, because they are the first contact of the people that foreigners meet, and it's not a good thing that when foreigners come into the country, they are the one asking them for find me something and all of that. So that's not really good. And I can tell you, I have so many foreigner friends that I work with professionally, and I also know as friends, they also say the same thing, and this is not right. This should not be so. Yes, because the bad ones will make the good ones look like everybody does the same thing, but everybody is not the same. Not everybody is corrupt. Not everybody does that, but the few bad ones, will paint the bad image, on the good ones, and that should not be. So I think measures should be put in place where things like that should not be happening. And like I said, one of those measures would be maybe to increase their welfare or whatever it is that they have to do. All right, so that's just my reaction to this video. Yes, unfortunately, this video that was done by Ichibut went viral, and these guys, are dismissed from work. But it should not be until a video goes viral before something is done, so that things like this do not continue. This culture of begging or of asking for money on the road, or even forcefully demanding for money on the road, should not be something we should be talking about in a video, or should not be something that should be captured by a foreigner. That should not right. Anyway, I'm only making this reaction video because the person involved that made this video is a YouTuber like me, and that is why I'm making this reaction video. And this is also to say, like I've said clearly, this is also not a representation of what our country is. There are so many good police officers, military officers who do their work professionally and don't ask for bribe. I can attest to that. This is not just me saying it, but I can attest to that working with them. Some of them I've shown in this video as I travel. Others you don't see because they are professional work that I do. So this is how it is. All right, but again, I just have to react to this video, and it is what it is. And thank you so much for watching this video. What are your thoughts? What do you think? What kind of measures do you think that can be put in place to make sure that people are discouraged from asking, becoming corporate beggars, or begging on the road, or asking for money, or even coercing or harassing others to give them money? What are the measures you think that can be put in place to stop things like this. You can suggest, and you never can know how you might actually get to the authorities that are watching this. All right, we have so many videos coming up in 2024. God willing, we are traveling to KB State, we are traveling to DRC Congo. Okay, so I have pushed out a survey and I said, if you live in KB State, please reach out to me because I need to make some inquiry before going. And if you live in DRC Congo, please reach out to me as well. Let's talk because I have some places I want to shoot. And if you are new to this channel, there are so many exploration documentaries that you find on this channel that are very, very interesting. All right, so do check them out and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share this video if you're part of us so that we can continue to grow this channel in this new year 2024. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the very next episode. God.